How many political hostage takings do you know in history? What to do if you were a hostage or someone you know was? Did you know that in hostage situations, negotiation skills are essential in addition to whatever else it takes to overcome the situation? Today, I take you back in history to witness the most significant hostage takings of all time, and of course, what to do to survive when kidnapped. So buckle up! Before we dive in, please remember to hit the like button to support this episode if you're enjoying it, and subscribe to the channel to receive notifications about our weekly episodes. Let's get into it! All around the world, from east to west, the coldness of Russia to the heat of Algeria, from Baghdad to Netherlands, there were always violence and gore. Now we travel in time. You know what they say, history always repeats itself. Here are some of the hostage situations that left a mark in history. Beslan school siege in 2004.
Of Beslan were some of the blackest days in Russian history.
On September 1, 2004, a joyous day celebrating the start of a new school year in Beslan, Russia, turned into a nightmare. Armed Chechen separatists stormed school number 1, taking over 1,100 hostages, mostly children and their families. For 52 agonizing hours, the hostages endured sweltering heat, thirst, and the constant threat of violence. Negotiations faltered, and on the third day, chaos erupted. Explosions rocked the building, and Russian security forces launched a chaotic rescue operation. The aftermath was horrific. Over 330 people perished, including 186 children, making it the deadliest school shooting in history. The world mourned the innocent victims and questions swirled around the handling of the crisis. US Embassy siege in Baghdad in 1990. In Baghdad's scorching summer of 1990, tensions boiled over, spilling onto the US Embassy grounds. Saddam Hussein, emboldened by Kuwait's seizure, unleashed a mob to protest US imperialism. For 48 hours, 52 Americans barricaded themselves in, dodging rocks and firebombs. Negotiations faltered, the mob breached perimeters, and rescue helicopters hovered uselessly. Only a last-minute Iraqi intervention, spurred by the potential public relations disaster, ended the siege. Though freed, the event exposed US vulnerability, ignited the Gulf War tinderbox, and left a grim foreshadowing of Iraq's chaotic future. Iranian embassy siege in London in 1980. Springtime in London turned tense on April 30, 1980, as 6 Arab gunmen stormed the Iranian embassy. Fueled by a separatist uprising in Khuzestan, they took 26 hostages, seeking prisoner release and safe passage. Days crawled by, negotiations strained, and a murder shattered the fragile calm. On May 5th, elite SAS forces launched a daring raid. The 5 gunmen fell, hostages freed, but the scars remained. The siege, etched in history, marked a turning point in counterterrorism and a chilling reminder of regional conflicts reaching global shores. Japanese embassy hostage crisis in 1972. In the quiet Dutch city of The Hague, June 2, 1972, erupted into chaos. 3 members of the Japanese Red Army stormed the Japanese embassy, seizing ambassador and 11 others. Fueled by anti-Vietnam War ideals and demanding prisoner release, they barricaded themselves within, transforming the once peaceful building into a tinderbox. 5 tense days gone by, negotiations stalling as the world watched anxiously. The terrorists released 2 female hostages but remained defiant. Finally, on June 7th, the Dutch government launched a surprise attack, Explosions rocked the embassy, and gunfire echoed through the streets. In the ensuing chaos, one hostage perished and the attackers were subdued. Though brief, the Japanese embassy hostage crisis left a lasting mark. It highlighted the growing threat of international terrorism and exposed the limitations of traditional diplomacy. For the Netherlands, it shattered a sense of security and forced a reevaluation of security measures. The event remains a grim reminder of the vulnerability of diplomatic institutions and the potential for violence to erupt even in the most peaceful corners of the world. Chechen Republic hostage crisis in 2002. In the heart of Moscow, on October 23, 2002, a chilling chapter unfolded in the ongoing conflict between Russia and the Chechen Republic. A Chechen rebel group stormed the Dobrivka theater, taking over 800 hostages enjoying the musical Nord OST, armed with explosives. Fueled by demands for the withdrawal of Russian troops from Chechnya, the attackers plunged the theater into a 52-hour nightmare. Tension crackled, hostages lived in the shadow of threats, and negotiations seemed to reach dead ends. Finally, on the third day, the Russian special forces launched a desperate rescue operation. A powerful unidentified gas filled the theater, incapacitating the rebels, but also tragically claiming the lives of over 130 hostages. The Chechen Republic hostage crisis, also known as the Nord OST siege, stands as a stark reminder of the devastating human cost of conflict and the complexities of counter-terrorism. Algeria gas plant siege in 2013. In the heart of the Sahara Desert, beneath the relentless Algerian sun, the Amenas gas complex stood as a beacon of industry. But on January 16, its tranquility shattered. A heavily armed battalion of militants affiliated with Al-Qaeda in the Islamic Maghreb stormed the facility, taking over 1,200 hostages from around the globe. For 4 agonizing days, the complex became a battleground. Hostages, a diverse mix of engineers, technicians, and support staff, huddled in fear. Their fate was hanging in the balance. Negotiations with the Algerian government faltered. On the 4th day, Algerian special forces launched a daring rescue operation. Fierce firefights erupted, the desert sands echoing with the crackle of gunfire. Including 3 Americans died during the gunfire. The rest of the hostages were released, but the experience will stay with them forever. The In Amenas gas plant siege stands as a stark reminder of the reach of global terrorism and the vulnerability of critical infrastructure. It exposed the complexities of the conflict in the Sahel region and the challenges of combating terrorism in remote and unforgiving environments. As you can see, hostage-taking has a long history, but not all of them are political. Sometimes it's just for money and it can happen to you. Now let's imagine you are abducted and you know for sure you are in danger, not some prank done by your friends. Finding yourself in a hostage situation is terrifying and incredibly stressful, and I can't guarantee a successful outcome. But I can offer some strategies you can consider to prioritize your safety and potentially increase your chances of escape or rescue. First, focus on staying calm and clear-headed, because fear can cloud your judgment. Now, as you know, the kidnapper will have some demands or orders for you. What do you do? Should you obey or not? While complete compliance might seem like the safest option initially, blind obedience can put you in a greater danger. If you see a safe opportunity to escape, weigh the risks carefully before acting. Consider factors like the security of the location, your physical abilities, and the potential consequences of failure. If you didn't get a chance to escape, don't give up hope. Keep your spirits high and focus on your survival. Protect yourself physically and mentally. Avoid unnecessary physical confrontation, but be prepared to defend yourself if necessary. Be aware of the dangers of a Stockholm Syndrome. In case you don't know what it is, let me explain. The Stockholm Syndrome is where a hostage develops emotional attachment to their captors. Can occur in some situations. Be aware of forming any emotional connections with your captors and focus on maintaining your own identity and perspective. Always trust your instincts. If something feels off about a situation or instruction, listen to your gut and proceed with caution. When the hostage taking ends, another struggle begins. As you could guess, it's called trauma. If you or your loved one are facing it, what's to be done? Talking to a therapist specializing in trauma can be immensely helpful. Remember, reaching out for help is a sign of strength, not weakness. You deserve to heal and reclaim your life. Have you ever experienced one of your loved ones getting kidnapped or being taken yourself? If you know any other breathtaking hostage situations in history that we didn't mention, please share it with us in the comment section. And don't forget to hit that like button. Till the next time, see ya.